do we have next?
I think next up is probably the most interesting and talked about segment of the show. Dasha's backstage interviewing Paige. A little attention to detail on the bar counter are 2 beers next to Hangman Page's whiskey.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. And the Bucks come in, addressing the beers. Are you waiting for someone? Possibly FTR, known beer drinkers. And the Bucks cut an amazing promo on Hangman Adam Page, basically saying, this is all about your own insecurities. We just wanted to have a friend. You have always been good enough for us and stuff like that. You're nothing but a drunk. Kind of to hammer it home. That's something that's always been in this dissension storyline. They throw the drink into Paige's face. Since November, we've been hanging on to you, they say. This is something you wanted, because remember back in November, Paige said he wants to leave the Elite.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the Bucks say, no, we're done with you. You are out of the Elite. They storm out. They throw the door shut. You hear something shattering. And then you have this beautiful framed shot of the door, and the window on the door is broken. You see the reflection of Paige, kind of the broken man right now.
Beautiful symbolism, and it near brought a tear to my eye, because again, I've been so... Like, the Elite's been part of my wrestling sort of smorgasbord for at least the last few years now. The Elite, I followed them from ROH and New Japan. I watched them as I watched the Young Bucks and Kenny and stuff, go through all the stuff they went through. The rise of, Kenny's sort of run with Okada and all those matches. And Adam Page has always been there with them in some sort of way or form. And there's been some splinters. We did have, way back in New Japan, we had the Bullet Club faction war between Cody and Kenny when it was the Battle of the Leaders. And Adam Page was on Cody's side and against the Bucks, so it's not like this is the first time. Well, the Bucks were with Cody as well at one point, but it's not the first time there's been an internal struggle. But they've always made up. They've never kicked anyone out of the Elites like that, and then suddenly it happened, and I'm sitting there going, oh man, I don't know what to say to this. It's
yeah,
you can't do this. No, he's not perfect, but he's still the Elite. Come on. It's I started getting really down on that at one point. I was like, no, I like this. Don't take this from me. But it makes sense. It's good. Well, put it this way. The story writing was well. It elicited the emotion. It done its job. Thank you. Break my heart, why don't you?
Yeah. I've seen it on the internet that people call it a heel turn of Hangman Adam Page. I didn't really see it as a heel turn per se.
No, I didn't see it as a heel turn either. Because, there's regret in his actions in that match. When you watch him, he can't look the Bucks in the eye.
Yeah.
There's deep sorrow and regret in that. A heel turn is usually driven by, a raw emotion, and, you're proud of it, or you're invested in it and you don't question it. It's you finally getting to do the thing you wanted to do. Where when I feel when it happens with Adam Page, it's no, he hated every second of that. It felt wrong.
Yeah, and they kind of explained everything that's going on inside Adam Page over the last couple of weeks. He feels like he's in the shadows of the Bucks, or in the shadow of the Elite even. That's why he wanted to get out in November. He wanted to prove he's his own man, so to speak. And FTR perfectly played all the right notes to get into his head. And he didn't want to do that. Like you said, he was very conflicted about doing it, but he had those insecurities. He had this fear in his mind of living in their shadow, that he felt compelled to do it, but he didn't like the side of him.
No, and that to me just doesn't come across as a heel turn to me. It doesn't feel right.